Okay, guys. Hi. It is my face. I'm Carlos. Hey. Okay. I just was thinking we should react to some new Inside Edition. I forgot what it's called, but I was gonna react to Inside Edition. So I'm gonna do the Trumpet Communion the next game. Just wanna do it tomorrow, or I don't know, this weekend. So stay tuned for that. Oh wait, I got it. Okay, right there. Okay, good. Okay, wait. Let me just lock it real quick. Use the OBS right now. Okay, now we're gonna react.
He's the guy who became a national sensation as the world's chillest man.
Sometimes you just have to stand up to punks like that.
Tony Tovar just nonchalantly sat there, lighting up his cigarette as his favorite neighborhood bar was robbed. So this is your bar, this is your home bar, and you weren't going to let anybody push you around in there.
That's absolutely correct.
Tovar looked cool as a cucumber as the other patrons at Bierman's Bar in St. Louis followed the robber's orders and hit the deck. He puts the barrel of that gun into your rib cage. What's going through your mind?
He was reaching for my phone at the same time, so what was going through my mind is, no, this is not going to happen.
The bar's surveillance video shows the 57-year-old master mechanic grabbing his phone back after the bad guy tries to take it. The surveillance video is silent. Now, Tovar is revealing what words were exchanged during his scary encounter.
He actually asked me, I need the money out of your wallet. I just said, I got $2 in my wallet and that's for my next beer. I actually told him, hey, since you're back there, get me a beer. He looked at me and says, no, get your own beer.
After taking money from other patrons, the robber forced the bartender to open the cash register. He took all the money, $200 in total. All the while, Tovar just sits there taking it all in. His advice for anyone else who finds themselves in a similar situation, don't do what he did.
If you don't want to get hurt and you're not sure, comply.
The bar is kind of like the bar in the classic TV sitcom Cheers, where everybody knows your name. So what do the other patrons think of their...
A classic, cheesy, crunchy, blast of flavor packing 14 grams of protein. New One Puffs. It was the season finale of SNL, and look who was there. The Rock and Tom Hanks, Scarlett Johansson playing Ivanka Trump, and Alec Baldwin as the president. But it was this unknown kid with a backpack who stole the show. The kid took the stage as Katy Perry performed, and in about 2 seconds, took over the show. Now he's an overnight sensation, with social media dubbing him Backpack Kid.
Can you describe that feeling, being on stage, performing with Katy Perry?
It's super nerve-wracking, because if you mess up on live TV, you cannot go back from that.
So, who is he? And how did he wind up here? His name is Russell Horning. He's 15 and from Georgia. Katy Perry actually discovered him on Instagram, where he has 500,000 followers, and that was before SNL.
Why did you decide to wear a backpack while you did your signature dance?
I think it looks cool, so I wore it just to see if anybody would react to it.
Some viewers thought the video was sped up, but it's not. Katy gave it a go backstage and failed. Russell captioned the video, "When your mom tries to look cool." Ouch. Look at this heart-stopping moment. 2 Ukrainian soldiers defusing an
Get it on video! Get it on video!
This young woman is being arrested, but she's not going down without a fight.
Videos down to jail. You don't get to resist.
20-year-old Samantha Alonso Luna and her friends were pulled over by cops near Humboldt State University in Northern California. One of them is arrested for sticking her head out of the sunroof. Samantha is not happy about it.
Why are you being so rude? I'm sorry. That's being rude. I'm sorry that you're the one that's being rude. How am I being rude? Seriously? You're about 2 seconds from going to jail for public intoxication. Do you not understand that? So I would stop talking if I were you.
But Luna continues to argue with the cop.
When I asked your last name, then you should have told me.
That is my last name. Samantha Luna is my last name.
What's on your license?
Alonso Luna.
And
my last name is Luna.
The cop has had enough.
Get out of the car. No, I'm not getting out of the car. No, I'm not. You're going to jail. Oh my God. What the You are going? What the Try to get it on video. Try to get it on video.
She grabs the cop by her hair.
Let go of my hair. Stop hitting her. Let go of my hair.
She won't let go, so the cop tells the other officers to get some scissors and cut her hair.
Cut my hair. Seriously, cut my hair. Cut my hair. I don't care.
Tells the other officers, hair.
Let go of my hair. Stop hitting her. Let go of my hair.
It's Dad to the rescue.
I've got to get my daughter.
His daughter is at the music festival. The mass shooting has just erupted, and he needs this taxi driver to get there ASAP.
Great, there's a shooting going on there. Yes. Please get me there as fast as you can. My daughter's calling me.
Without a moment's hesitation, the cabbie takes off.
Come on, you got to do whatever you got to do.
On the way, they hear news of the shooting coming over the taxi radio. Dad gets through to his daughter, Ashley, and she is desperate.
Ashley, listen to me. Stay calm. Okay, stay calm.
As the cabbie continues driving into potential harm's way, Dad tries to express his gratitude.
Listen, I'm going to give you more money, pal. I can't love for free.
Ashley tells her dad to rendezvous at the Motel 6.
In front of the Motel 6. I'll be there in 2 minutes.
Then they arrive.
We just pulled into the Motel 6. You see it? Yeah, hurry up, get in. That's us. Hurry up.
From this front windshield camera, you can see Ashley and her husband running to the cab. They jump in, and they're not alone. Look at all these terrified concert goers, one after another. Everyone is welcome. 7 people crammed into the back of the taxi. From the back seat comes a voice expressing thanks. Jim Murray spoke with the brave cabbie, John Zercara Jimenez.
Was anybody injured?
No, nobody injured.
This photo of John posing with Dad, Ashley, and her husband says it all. Ashley also sent the cab driver this text message.
Hi, John, it's Ashley. Thank you so much for being so brave to come toward the shooting to rescue us. You are a hero, and my family and I will always be grateful for your bravery that night.
That is one determined dad and one courageous cabbie.
I gotta get my daughter.
Caught on video, a brave grandpa trips an armed suspect fleeing cops. Dramatic body camera footage shows police chasing the suspect outside a library in Columbus, Ohio. Just then, a quick-thinking grandfather with a cane literally steps in to trip the man. That's the end of that chase. Talk about fancy footwork.
Drop that gun, man! Boy, you almost got shot.
I spoke to the hero grandpa who was at the library with his granddaughter. He wants to be identified as Bill.
You must have known in your mind you had just one opportunity to get this right.
Yeah, I had one opportunity and I had to make the choice whether or not if I was going to act or if I was going to be a bystander.
Police Commander Scott Hyland was on scene. He says that the grandfather's quick thinking may have saved lives, including the suspect, who was armed with a 9mm pistol loaded with 29 rounds.
It scares me to death what may have been going through that young man's mind. And I fear he, for a split second, had some very ill intentions.
Watch again as we show you the hero's amazing form.
This elephant was in so much pain he walked right up to doctors to ask for first aid. Named Pretty Boy, this targeted elephant was shot in the head. You can see the hole right in the center of his forehead.
Big boy. Yo, who shot him? Yo, look at that.
He was tranquilized and given an x-ray which showed a deformed bullet in his skull. Vets believe Pretty Boy was hit centimeters too high for what's called a kill shot by a hunter. The gentle and relaxed animal led doctors in Zimbabwe examine him.
Nah, that's crazy.
The elephant had surgery where doctors removed the bullet. This is what he looked like post-operation. He was so tired he fell asleep against a tree with
Okay, what is this?
On any given weekend, 300,000 to 400,000 children fly solo across the country. And it means big money for the airlines, which charge parents an extra $300 round trip for their child to travel unaccompanied. Now, they promise to keep the kids safe, but as our investigation found, that is not always the case.
My actual mic, but I have to use this because
is about to go on a great adventure all by herself. Aaliyah is flying from Newark, New Jersey to Charlotte, and her anxious father, Matt, is there to see her off.
For the first time, you seem like you're going to be natural.
He's putting his daughter's safety in the hands of American Airlines and its unaccompanied
What? You could just put your kid on a flight and then...
We followed Aaliyah with a hidden camera to see what she experienced. Aaliyah was seated in the last row to make it easier for the flight attendants to keep an eye on her. Lucky for her, she had the row all to herself until this happened. And inside
Why did they do that?
Sat down right
Goofy
no one did a thing. The flight attendants were too busy serving refreshments.
Bro, that
we were even able to
bro,
go
I
to
would've
a candy bar. Imagine if he had been a complete stranger.
I
like
would've
little
fucking
Aaliyah,
told the
this 13-year-old
person
girl
I would've went.
Mackenzie
I would've been like,
also flew
can I go to a
solo
different
on
seat,
American
bro?
Airlines.
Guys, freaking.
In her case, it was on a flight from Dallas to her home in
Bro, you didn't
Portland.
bother me, bro. You give me a one-time thing
But
like
what
this
she
place.
says happened to her at 30,000 feet will shock you.
I would never think this would happen.
Mackenzie says she was groped by the passenger sitting
What?
next to her.
Nah, that's crazy. No.
These high school kids are being hit with pepper spray by their teacher. Look, as he goes down the line, screaming.
Why is he doing that?
The teenagers scream in agony as the effects of the pepper spray kick in. Some rise in pain. The screams get louder. The shocking video shot by a parent is causing a firestorm on social media. Horrifying. No one should have to go through this. They're being sprayed with a toxic substance.
Bro, why is he doing that?
It happened during a class on criminal science technology in a high school outside Akron, Ohio. The teacher is the town's former police chief, Jeremy Milford. The parents of all the students signed waivers which warned, "Dear parent or guardian, each student will receive a quick burst with this chemical agent. It will cause irritation and a burning sensation to the eyes and nasal area for approximately 30 minutes to 1 hour." I spoke with mom Melody Steinauer, who shot the video. That's her son, Zach.
Zach, you're fine.
I obviously had no idea it would be that painful, but I was proud of them. I was proud of all the kids that did it.
It hurt for a couple of days. Like if you went to go get in the shower, it still had rest in your eyes and it still burned.
Inside Edition security expert Steve Cardian sprayed me with an inert version of pepper spray.
Oh man, yeah. Now you can see this is spreading over my face pretty quickly. It's already in my eyes. My eyes are closed, but if I open my eyes now, oh God. It's down getting in my nose, your nose, all the mucous membranes, your eyes,
Nah, imagine if you got sprayed with that, I would've freaking, I don't even know what the frick. Ooh, what the frick is?
Realtor.com is the #1 app real estate professional. So when you're buying or selling a home, Realtor.com.
When a master intruder kicks down the door in Minneapolis,
that boy
these two
busted
boosters
up his
take off.
head. What up?
And in a home outside Philadelphia, this dog
Just
runs
don't
away
break? What is
after
that?
a burglar hurls a plate at it. So,
What's a
would
plate?
your dog come to your defense if a burglar ever broke in? This is Perry, a 5-year-old yellow lab.
Oh, this my good girl.
Her owner, Michelle Kelleher, loves her dog, but she wonders whether Perry will go the extra yard.
I hope she tries to protect me.
To find out, we enlisted guard dog experts Nate Bonilla and Michael DeBruzzo. Then, with Michelle's permission, our burglar bursts in. Michelle puts on a great performance as he pretends to assault her. She screams for Perry.
Yo!
So what does Perry do? Does she jump in to save her? Look, she heads for the door.
That's what he said!
I
bet it dipped. That was I bet it dipped.
Her tail is tucked. She's actually looking for a way out.
Thanks, Barry. I'm a little surprised she almost took off.
Next up, Ruby.
You're a princess, yes you are.
A 4-year-old pit bull lab mix beloved by her owner, Kevin Peterson.
I believe she's gonna bite, but I'd like to find out.
The so-called home invasion goes down, and it sure looks terrifying. Ruby comes running to investigate. She's not so brave either. She runs away. Do you believe she's part pit bull?
Ruby was curious, she was worried about you, but she was not willing to take on the attacker. I'm sorry, Kevin, but Ruby is a winner.
I don't fail the test.
Now meet the duo of Frodo and Dobby.
Oh my
Ferocious
God.
looking, not even close.
Who's a good boy?
They live with Ellen Eykamp in Westchester County, New York.
But I swear, if they don't attack him, I'm gonna be
the
mad.
attacker.
Well, we'll just see about that. Ellen puts on quite a
Come on,
show.
bro, attack
When they hear
him.
Mom is under attack, the two come running into the room. Watch
Yeah,
as brave
tell that
Frodo
boy.
gets right into the mix. He even jumps up on our burglar and
Yeah,
backs him out
get
the
that
door.
boy.
They did amazing! They did amazing!
Mike says Frodo instinctively does a guard dog technique called splitting.
He goes right in between, puts himself in the line of fire, and then continues to drive him out.
Little Dobby was just as fearless.
Once they realized that something was wrong, they really both stepped up. You
I
know?
like how they work together.
Who would have thought the littlest dogs, including a Chihuahua, would turn out to be the bravest?
To see this.
I support B-Dub's BOGO
What is
Boneless
this?
Thursdays because the boneless
You know, you gotta go to, you gotta press this about this ad, press stop season and return to me. That's how you skip the ad. That's how you skip that.
We're back at Inside Edition's House of Shame.
Wait,
And
they have a
today we're
one-time
checking
house?
out
That's
air
crazy.
ducts. Those vents in your home that over time can build up with dust, debris, and mold. First, we had 3 experts check out our system.
This just needs a basic cleaning. There's nothing out of the ordinary here.
Remember, our House of Shame has hidden cameras all around, even a one-way mirror that you can't see in, but we can see out. Our experts are watching from a control room set up in the basement. It's time to call companies that specialize in air duct cleaning. This guy came in with an incredible deal. He would clean the air ducts in the whole house for $29. He looks around the
$29
house,
is
even
crazy
the
for
attic.
all of
But
us.
instead of checking out the air
That was
duct
gonna
system,
scam
he seems more interested in the stuff stored up there, like this pool cue case.
Bro, what?
Finally,
Mind
he
your
takes out his
business.
flashlight and peeks inside. Total time, a couple of seconds. Take another look. In the blink of an eye, he's done. Down in the basement, our experts are monitoring everything.
He inspected the pool cues longer than he inspected the unit.
It was time for the technician to give me his
Nah, bro,
assessment.
The dust is already inside the system.
Okay. Is it dirty right now?
Yes,
Could you tell?
We knew it wasn't dirty because our expert had just found some minor dust. All totaled, he wants to charge us $700 to clean and sanitize the system. So much for that $29 special. It was time to let him know
That
he
was
stepped
just
into
fair.
the House of Shame.
I'm not actually the
Oh my
owner.
gosh!
My name is Lisa Guerrero
He got caught in
with Inside
14
Edition, and I'd like to know whether or not you were doing a bait and switch here.
It's a big difference, but that's what you have, man.
He got
The
caught
blower
in
needs to be
4K
cleaned first,
kind
dirty.
of.
That's when our expert
someone
jumped
won.
in.
Well, I'd like to ask you how you know the blower needs to be cleaned.
Because I opened the system and checked it.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
He did not open the blower.
He offered to take us to the attic and show us the dirt, but then he does an about face, and he was out of here. Next up, this guy. His company also offered a $29 deal, but after a quick look around, that $29 deal went way up.
It's gonna be $235.40.
This time, we told him to go ahead and do the job.
$235!
He lugged this huge vacuum into the house. When I'm out of sight, our experts say he's not doing much at all on the second floor.
The vacuum should be on. It's not even on.
In this room, he doesn't even pull off the vent. He just sprays the dust with compressed air.
Yeah, if there's a lot of dust and stuff in there, it's going all over the room.
And up in the attic, he barely
Bro,
does a
what?
thing. Just waves his air compressor wand
Bro.
for a second.
Just wiggled the wand in there like he
That's
was cleaning
crazy.
it.
Yes.
It didn't do anything. The vacuum's been off the whole time.
But when he came downstairs in front of me, it was a different story. He brings out the brushes and the big vacuum and seems to be doing a good job.
Do you have to do this with every vent?
The reason he's removed the vent and he's putting suction on the vent is to make Lisa believe that he's done this consistently throughout the home, which he has not.
After he packed up all his equipment, it was time to ask a few questions. Not really the homeowner. My name's Lisa Guerrero with Inside Edition. Did you actually clean everything you said you were supposed to clean? He was in no mood to stick around. Did you just rip me off?
No. Don't be all call me like, what the
This week, insiders get 40%
Oh my god,
back.
I want to watch that. Oh my gosh.
This junior equestrian is having the time of her life.
Shit.
Suddenly,
Oh my gosh,
her
she's
horse
gonna fall
decides
into-
it's time to
Shit.
take a dip.
Yo!
You've been pony dunked!
There was no order in this courtroom as two brothers attacked.
He stole the show on Saturday night.
I don't want to watch.
I have never been so
What
stressed
is
out in
Yak
my
about?
entire life.
What is
This
he
guy
acting
is
about?
losing it, and you won't believe why.
I've never made so many frappuccinos in my entire life.
Ray Burson is a Starbucks barista
Bro,
in
my thing got a
Colorado.
plug in
He's
there.
had a rough day making dozens of the new and wildly popular Unicorn Frappuccino drink.
Not the
It may look like a
Unicorn
dreamy
Frappuccino.
concoction, but apparently it's a nightmare to make.
I had unicorn crap all in my hair and on my nose, and people were coming in left and right, drive-through and in the front. So, for the love of God and everything that is good, don't get the unicorn frappuccino.
Braden's not alone. Starbucks employees across the nation have had it with the swirly pink and blue drink. They are selling like crazy. People are literally ordering them by the crate. And they really do take a lot of time to make. Even look like, oh boy. It's a mix of ice, milk, Frappuccino syrup, vanilla syrup, mango syrup, pink powder, sour blue powder, and something called blue drizzle blended together, topped with whipped cream, and sprinkled with pink and blue sugar.
That's the color I can only describe of as tumor.
Stephen Colbert
What is he
not
chatting about?
impressed.
What?
Oh, I wish I was dead.
But GMA's Michael Strahan kind of liked it.
I tell you, it tastes like a sweet tart, and I gotta admit, I love sweet tarts.
Cheers. I just had to try it for myself, and I brought along Inside Edition interns Elizabeth and Morgan. It's weird. That's the best.
It almost tastes like medicine to me a little bit.
Yeah, it's
Like Pepto-Bismol.
But plenty of people are loving it. One woman even dyed her hair to match
What?
her unicorn
Nah,
frappuccino.
imagine dying
Sadly
your hair
for
for
her, the
drinking
promotion
tea.
ends Sunday, and then, just like the mythical creature it was named after, the unicorn frappuccino will be nothing more than a legend that once was. Good news for Braden and his fellow overworked baristas.
So, for the love of God and everything that is good, don't get
1 gram sugar, 20 grams protein.
You are watching a jewelry heist about to go down.
Yo, this might be
Cops
like
say a lady in a
GTA.
hat
This
is
might be the
trying to
jewelry
snatch
store I
a
did.
fortune in
GTA.
dazzling gems.
This woman was planning on leaving with $7 million worth of diamonds without us even knowing it.
Jeweler Bobby Yampolsky says when the woman entered his exclusive store in Boca Raton, Florida, he led her directly to the giant vault where his most exquisite gems are stored.
This is actually the vault that I brought her into, and this is where we usually bring our larger clients looking at more important things.
They struck a deal for 11 rings, valued at $7 million. It was then that she made her move, asking to wrap up the jewels herself.
She bought her own materials, and she actually put her own roll of tape out and a bunch of tissues and a little pouch. She was so nervous, I think, her hands were actually shaking.
Watch as she slips the package into her black briefcase. Now watch as she does the big switcheroo, handing him a package that was filled with fake gems and diamonds. The jeweler says the scam was so obvious, it was almost laughable. He grabs her briefcase, then there's a physical struggle.
She wasn't letting it go. She was holding on to that briefcase with dear life.
He knows just what to do. He shuts the glass door,
then slammed shut the giant
Dad,
steel
Dad,
door,
we're getting the
locked
whole
her
entire
inside the
voice,
vault.
Sam.
We have a lady here who tried to scam us. We locked her in the safe.
Watch as the woman desperately tries to shove the phony package up her skirt. When that fails, she rips it into pieces. Within 10 minutes, police were on the scene.
She was actually very calm. She actually handed him a $50 bill and asked him to go pay the taxi that was waiting for her outside. I mean, it was almost comical.
46-year-old Fatima Milanovic was arrested. Instead of walking away with millions, she ended up locked in the vault herself.
The suspect now faces charges of grand theft and organized fraud. She has pled not guilty.
It's a brazen robbery. A suspect walks into a liquor store armed with an assault rifle. But the store owner is ready. Even though he's 80 years old, he has the reflexes of a teenager and opens fire. The suspect entered the liquor store in the dead of night here in the small town of Norco, California, about 50 miles east of Los Angeles. After a recent uptick in robberies in the area, the owner installed high-tech security cameras around the perimeter of the property. When the suspects pulled up to the store, the owner was watching them on his monitor, ready to defend his business. The suspect goes running, screaming for his life. The getaway car peels out as one suspect struggles to get in the passenger side. Meanwhile, 80-year-old Craig Hope stands guard with his rifle in hand in case any trouble comes back. A short time later, he reportedly suffered a heart attack from the ordeal. He was rushed to the hospital, but is going to be okay. Tamara Gibbons says her boss is a hero.
I'm glad that they caught the guys, and I'm glad Craig shot him. I mean, he's a local hero, you know, especially, you know, he's
getting shot by an 8-year-old crazy.
You've seen it in action movies, guys pulling out guns during car chases and shooting right through the windshield. This was not something out of Hollywood. This guy says he was defending himself during a pretty intense road rage incident.
How crazy is this?
I'm
a motorist zips down a Florida highway